Welcome to Multiversial, a show where a judge introduces a world that's just like ours, but with one key difference to our two master debaters to argue if it's plausible and how. It's like trying to explain why Black Friday shouldn't be a thing. I am your judge today, Jen, and allow me to introduce our wonderful debaters. We've got the talented music composer Deacon, and our beautiful writer Leia here with us.
I'm here. I'm still reeling from the previous episode. It's been a long time, but it haunts me.
We record these in threes.
I was making a joke, and now she's saying we record them in threes and breaking the illusion.
What?
I said it's been a long time since that day, and it haunts me still. And then you're like, oh, we record them in threes. She's a lying little bitch.
Do you want to redo the bit?
I don't remember what I was saying. ADHD!
Okay. Deacon, do you have some words?
Pumpernickel.
Okay.
Alabaster.
Are we ready for our topic today?
Sure.
Yes.
All right. So I introduced you to a world that's just like ours, but in this world, children, when they dream, whatever creatures they invent in those dreams come to life.
God fucking damn it.
And this is something that all children do until they turn 13. It finally stops happening. Until you turn 13, when you have nightmares, dreams, those creatures or beings...
Do they disappear when they wake up?
No. They just they become real. They manifest in our world, and we have to deal with it.
So I already know a job that's
just here forever.
I know a job already that's there. The job is
the creatures are permanent. So if I have a nightmare about, sandworm, the sandworm is now real until humans murder it or put it in a cage or do something, take care of it. That's it. It's there now. It exists. It now has formed into existence. And, if that kid turns 13, the sandworm's still here. It's just now any future dreams will no longer manifest anything.
And they manifest in the house?
They manifest wherever the dream takes place.
Okay, so they could be, like, dreaming that they're in the Caribbean in a giant shark tornado.
Yes.
God. Well, I think one of two things happens. Either we have a dedicated profession that deals with the bullshit dreams and a branch of the government, or we literally just go, you know what, fuck them kids, and we just don't have kids and our species goes extinct.
I don't think that second one's an option.
I don't think it's an option either.
So I'm going to let y'all in on a secret. There would be so many, like, literally fucked up things that exist.
All right, so Deacon's gonna be the fucked up dream person. I'm gonna be the one that's like, okay, so giant teddy bears, loving families, video game characters.
Think about all the sleep paralysis demons that are gonna exist.
Oh my god, do children have that?
Yeah, they can.
Yes.
I don't really encounter many people who have that.
I'm wondering.
Sleep paralysis like a majority of my life.
Oh, honey, you're just all sorts of fucked up, aren't you?
I want to know if Deacon would be okay with how many, demon clowns would exist.
No, I would not.
You just see on the news, it's like, and the child who dreamed Mr. Bubbles up. Fuck you, kid. Mr. Bubbles has murdered 134 people so far, and counting. The sound of his honking feet sends dread up everyone's spine. Children would have to be locked away.
That's not gonna prevent them
No,
from
I mean
dreaming.
for night. Like, no, and I know this sounds like, oh, we're gonna lock the children. No, I mean in your house, you have a kid, and you go, well, you know what I'm gonna have to do? I'm gonna have to have a deadbolt on my kid's door because God forbid they have a dream that they are having in their bedroom about a fucking psychotic thing coming into the house, and there's nothing I can do anyway, so the kid's just on their own. All kids would have a sense of autonomy that would be unheard of.
So your solution is to lock the child in if they dream up something in their bedroom so you don't have to deal with it?
Either that, or I guess like the two family household literally has one person staying up all night watching the kid to kill whatever comes out of the kid's brain.
Well, I was going to say that, like, so a solution to that, as screwed up as it sounds, is having like a facility that like a kid goes to and that's all they know for like a majority of their life until they turn 13. Because if they don't know of other places, they can't dream of things appearing in other places. So if they're just raised in a facility where they're equipped to destroy these things like an SCP Foundation kind of shit, where as soon as this stuff comes up, they're being dreamt up in the facility itself because it's the only thing that the kid knows, and then they can immediately lock it away. And then when they turn 13, you release them out into the world.
God, could you imagine there were people that like hunt the things that kids dream up to sell to like rare collectors and whatnot?
Oh my God, kid dream NFTs.
Oh my fucking lord. Oh my fucking lord. I can't breathe.
I gave you a nightmare topic, and you've already found a way to exploit it for money.
Oh, we're good at Twitter.
Has taught you well.
Because there would definitely be people, if Resident Evil has taught us anything, is that there would be people willing to pay for these things.
I just watched a movie, Army of the Dead. By the time this airs, it'll be out for a few weeks. So, spoilers if you don't want to hear for the next 20 seconds. I'm going to tell a plot point. One of the rich assholes sends their security people to keep tabs on him. It wasn't even that they were just keeping tabs on him. They sent him in there, not for the money from the casino, but to get a live zombie so they could learn how to make them as a weapon. And I'm like, yeah, that's Resident Evil right there. That's totally believable. I get that. People within the government would totally do that. All right, here we go.
So the person who dreams up Mr. Bubbles, the unkillable clown demon, somebody's gonna want that.
God, some rich asshole just has this. Yeah, just some rich asshole, Deacon. Are you ready for this? Just imagine it. Put it in your brain, your mindscape. This person, this rich asshole, has a clown-themed room where Mr. Bubbles goes in. And all you do when you're walking down the halls and see the glass window pane that goes into that room full of multi-thick inch bulletproof glass, you just hear the honk. Honk, 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 honk. Squeak, 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 squeak. As you're walking past, and you just see this psychotic clown just eyeing you the entire time.
I don't like it. I'm not here for it.
That's for last time, fucking asshole.
How?
Wait, no. Excuse me, that's for last time?
Yeah, you heard me.
You started it with the clown shit, Leia.
I do not recall this.
You can go down this road,
whole
Deacon. She
episode.
won't.
You had a whole episode about clowns.
It was more of a social commentary?
You shit.
I don't remember that. I think Jen might have done it.
But Leia, you haven't commented much on the child facility idea. Do you think we'd have to have a child facility, or?
I think you'd have to have some people supervising the children.
No. Deacon's suggestion is. No, I think you need to realize something. So Deacon's suggestion, because supervising the kid isn't going to do anything, right? You don't know what they're dreaming about. You don't know where they're dreaming about. It could appear anywhere.
I think it would work like this.
Yeah.
Is that if you have a fucked up nightmare and survive, they'd ship you off to like Friendly Farms, the place where all problematic children go to deal with their issues, and then you wouldn't hear from those fucking kids until they got out of their shit.
So Deacon's suggestion is the moment they're born, they live in a facility, so they don't know what the world looks like Omega from Bad Batch, where all she is seen is Camino. So therefore, the kids would only, if they have dreams.
So you're telling me that Deacon created a dystopia with your help? Yeah,
kinda,
okay, that makes
He's
sense.
saying that if they only know that facility exists, the monsters would therefore have to spawn in there, so we'd be able to take care of it. That was his solution.
So we'd really have like a totalitarian system set up from birth.
Well, do you have a better solution? Like, I'm curious.
No, I don't have. I have a fucking better solution. Let our species go extinct.
That can't be your solution to every problem, Leia.
Like I said, like it would be like again, the reason I even had this idea to begin with is like, you know, Stranger Things, right? Like
No.
like a facility.
Don't be like, the only reason I had it is because of Netflix. I'm sorry. I thought about the fucked up thing because of Netflix. Netflix made me do it. Netflix made me imprison all those children and set them up. Could you imagine how warfare would go? Governments would literally be like, did that kid fucking dream up a fire-breathing dragon? Leash that thing. Let's use that. The government would totally be in on that, and they'd use these things.
I'm not saying that they wouldn't, but what I am saying is that to protect humanity as a whole, whenever a child is born, they're just born into a facility.
I don't know, man. You'd have a
13.
like, that's a reasonable assumption. I'm not even gonna lie, but you're gonna have a lot of people. Ready? You're gonna have a lot of fucking people come in there and be like, it's my right as an American to let my child dream up something that could kill our entire family.
Oh no. I would have killed humanity. I would have zombie nightmares.
Yeah, you would have totally killed humanity. Their zombie movies would be illegal. You'd have like an underground film
You're
thing.
not supposed to watch zombie stuff when you're under 13, but my cousin thought it'd be funny to show me one when I was 5. You think
That's
my cousin would have
another
gone to
reason.
jail?
That's another reason that I'm saying that like a facility
Yeah.
would be a good idea, because then you could completely and totally
Listen, I'm
control.
not saying it's a
the
good. I'm not
children are
saying it's a
consuming.
bad idea. I'm saying it's a fucked idea, but I acknowledge it.
I'm not saying that it's a good it's not a fucked idea.
You said it's a
But-
good idea.
I'm wondering, because we have like sleep research centers. Isn't there a point like people have studied where like where you start dreaming? Do you think we'd have to have kids on some weird ass nap schedule so they could never dream?
I mean, potentially.
You just have somebody
Wait a
over
minute,
the
I mean,
kid waiting
this-
to slap him awake.
That's why I was saying that, like, you know, you create, because if you had, no matter how fucked the system may be, like, you have, you know, you can completely control the media that these children are consuming. So they're not going to be watching any sort of horror thing. So in that case, if you were like strictly maintaining it, these kids could be having lovely dreams where they dream about loving teddy bears and Care Bears that come and give them hugs all day, you know?
Wonder if that meant you could basically dream up your own Christmas presents.
Oh,
I mean, in
parents
a
would
way,
totally
yeah.
be cheap. They'd be like, you dream this up yourself. You don't need presents. And then the kids dream up their parents dying. So that they wake up, and then they wake up in the room, and their parents are decapitated, but their parents who are still alive, because it's the dream parents who were killed.
It's not anything they dream happens. It's just if a creature or monster appears, that becomes real. So it's simply like living things. But I was thinking how kids always want a puppy. That's why I was like, oh, you could really like just make your own Christmas. You make your own
God, the
puppy.
dog market would be just completely crashed.
You could have like completely custom dogs that just look how the kid wants it to.
Yeah, like green with like blue polka dots or something like that.
Oh my God, Clifford!
Your house
There would
just
be
gets
so many
fucking-
Cliffords.
They'd have to really curb how kids are educated and what entertainment they get.
I was gonna say, do you think there would be like jail time if you showed a kid anything that could cause them a nightmare?
I mean, yeah, probably.
Yeah, 100%.
Like, imagine how many. Well, imagine how much bank Disney would make, because then like Winnie the Pooh and Mickey Mouse and shit are now real.
You mean like because Disney would be suing all these kids, or
No, I mean like they would just be like, oh, cool. Now that these exist in the world, let us have them, and we'll put them in our Disney fucking park. They're the real deal.
Disney would go up to a kid and take their teddy bear? You're 100% right.
like
Yeah.
literally just be like, yeah, we're just gonna give, like, we're just gonna pay like a ton of money, and then you're gonna give us all the Mickey Mouses and Winnie the Poohs and everything else, and we're just gonna put them into our into our Disney parks, because they're like legitimate, real, like, characters from the movies. Cinderella, now real. You know, Aladdin, now real.
I'd
That means
ask
you would have
Aladdin why he
villains.
doesn't have nipples.
Now you would have, you would have the villains as well, but I feel like, if they're in that facility, like they could take care of the villains.
Yeah.
Because all the villains in Disney movies like die very easily.
I guess it just occurred to me. I guess it would be nullified if they dreamed of a fictional place, right? If you dream you're in like Agrabah. Agrabah doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Don't tell that to the people in that one place that thought we should bomb it. Okay. Don't dash their dreams again.
These are the same people that think that we should, nuke hurricanes, so it's okay.
Wait, was that a thing?
Yeah.
That was a thing. That was a real thing. The solution to hurricanes being a problem was to nuke the hurricane. But yeah, like if they dreamed of like a fictional place, then it wouldn't, pop up. It wouldn't exist. But
right, that's what I'm saying. Like, I guess that would be like the one way in which nothing bad would happen is if the place you pictured was fictional.
Could you imagine the one person who like goes up to their kid and is just like, "Damn it, Timmy! Dream of money! Dream of fucking money!" They're like smacking the kid a bunch and all this awful shit, just shaking the life out of him. We're so poor, Timmy.
Timmy would have to dream up a live thing, like a literal golden goose at that point.
yeah, I was gonna say like a loot goblin from Diablo.
Yeah.
Kids would not be allowed to be. Man, imagine like people dreaming and then they dream up like weaponry, and then in the morning they're like, "Look what Santa gave me."
Well, it'd have to be, again, it's only like living creatures, so I'm like, it'd have to be a golden goose if we're talking about money. The teddy bears only, because you mentioned the teddy bears are usually alive.
God, imagine
I
if it's
assume.
like even just something really tame, like a kid is afraid of squirrels or something, and then they just dream up a horde of
Nightmare, horrible squirrel.
just fucking angry ass.
Well, I also think about Home Alone, where, the kid, the main character, would think the lights in his basement were a monster.
Oh yeah, the furnace.
Yeah, the furnace.
I'm in love with you. I'm in love with you. I just love the sound of children screaming in fear.
Like, no.
Oh no.
It makes me laugh so much. I know I'm a terrible person. I'm just thinking about the kids who are afraid of bears.
Is that why you love Nestle Crunch?
Why? What is the joke there?
The TikTok?
Oh yeah, no, I was thinking of
I love
Nestle Crunch. So, no, I was thinking of that. Remember Borat?
Oh, with the bear? Because the kids wanted ice cream? Yes, I remember Borat. Like, are you okay?
I think we broke her.
I'm crying.
Oh my god, I'm thinking about all the kids who like FNAF.
But no, but it would be the like the FNAF that's like well, so yes, there's like the horror FNAF and all that, but there's all the people who like, have done fan art and stuff for them where they're just like, they're nice.
Beacon.
And they're just misunderstood and friendly and lovely.
Beacon. There are nightmare versions of them as Funko Pops.
I am aware. But I'm just saying that there's like like for like his sister likes Five Nights at Freddy's. Sorta. But whenever she's talked about them before, she's always talked about not the like horror game that is, that can scare the shit out of you, but as like, the friendly versions of them where they're just sort of misunderstood and scary because they're big animatronics, but they're actually really friendly and lovely.
Well, I hope that's the kind we would get. I hope you're right. I do love my Chica plushie.
Oh God, I love my Bonnie plushie. That's I want friendly Bonnie real bad.
I'm gonna tell you right now, all the millennial parents would be at this venture in time would be wishing for a very specific thing. They would show their kids Resident Evil 8 just for Lady Dimitrescu.
No, we do not want a real life Lady D.
They would do it. They would do it. You know they would. There would be at least
but they're
one.
kids. You know what the kids would instead be dreaming about? Scary vampires trying to murder them. I would show my kid the tale of the golden goose. Think about animals who poop money. That's what we need.
But with the poop smell.
I would
the
show
money
them,
poop
like,
smell.
here's a story about a spider who sews clothes. You know how great that would be? Never to buy clothes again.
God damn it. All the people who are arachnophobic.
Fine, a silkworm who sews clothes.
No, I'm just saying. All the giant spiders that would be there. Ugh.
They'd be friendly spiders, like the hot one in James and the Giant Peach.
Man, kids would really look forward to their 13th birthday for just the whole, like, hey, I can actually live my fucking life now. Without fucking fearing going to bed every night. I could never go into, like, this supposed facility you have suggested, because just the constant screaming of the children would make me laugh every time. And it's so horrible. I don't know why I get...
Be screaming in the facility. It's meant to do the opposite.
Because they would still get fucking like, oh my god, no, the bears, the giant...
Why would there be bears in the facility?
I think what Leia's hinting at is that even though, like, you're controlling the media that they consume and stuff like that, there's still going to be kids that are, like, afraid of bears or afraid of whatever. Right. And they're still going to be scared of them.
No, okay, I just thought of the worst thing. Children would just be left to die. And hear me out. Hear me out. If any child needed a major surgery where they had to be put under, there is no amount of, like, what do you tell the doctors? They might dream about a giant killer clown coming to kill everybody in the room. Until the doctors are like, well, that kid's just gonna fucking die on my table. I'm not doing shit.
I didn't even think about surgery.
No, nobody thought about that. I could tell that because you wouldn't have posed the fucking question if you did. So children would just, you would just have a whole bunch of people just be like, listen, you have until 13 to just never have any health problems at all, or else you're on your own. Horrible.
But look, I think that the only real way to deal with this fiasco is, like I said, my facility. Deacon's facility.
Oh, so we're branding it now.
Yeah, now we're rebranding it.
That's a fucking slippery slope, mate.
I think this is the first multiversal brand we've come up with.
That's you'll see it on a t-shirt in the future with just me and Jed shaking our heads, and Deacon's like a fucking ringmaster, and there's an asylum
money popping up. He's got sunglasses on, thumbs upping.
And we're just like, God, why?
Well, look, if we can have Xavier School for Gifted Youngsters, I can have Deacon's facility for child dreams. And I can make all the money off of selling all the Mickey Mouses to Disney. And there's nothing you can do about it.
So bad.
That's how you know he lives in a capitalistic society. Nobody with a heart would ever do that.
All right, well.
Oh, man.
Unless anyone has anything else to add.
No, I think we have established that Deacon would exploit the children and I would laugh at them. And we just realized that we're horrible people, but you'll still follow and support us because you probably laughed at it. So who's the real monster? Y'all are.
It's fine. This is a comedy podcast.
Yes, comedy.
Oh, man.
With that, so my debaters, do we think it's feasible? Could this be a real thing that
I
happened.
don't think it could. The
hope it
laws of
couldn't.
the
You hope
universe
it
would have to
couldn't.
be very different.
I hope that it couldn't. No.
Would you live there though?
God, no.
I don't know. Maybe.
Oh my god.
Would you be a what would you call him? A dream hunter? Would you be a dream hunter, Deacon?
Just imagine all the dream hunters kicking in kids' doors, being like, "I know you did this, Jeremy."
I mean, like I said, I mean that there could definitely be some interesting dreams and stuff like that. There could also be some very terrifying ones. So it would depend, but you know,
All right. Well,
maybe I might.
thanks everyone for tuning into Multiversial and visiting this strange and dangerous world with us.
I'm still trying to breathe, but a special shout out to our sponsor tier patrons, Nejikomu, Shadow Rogues, and Chaos Bunny, and all of the paid subscribers for keeping us employed making free content like this podcast.
Big thanks to our judge, Jen, for picking our topic today. And for all you loyal listeners, be sure to check out fierceferrets.com for all the great stuff we make and links to all of our social medias and Patreon to help support the show.
See you another time in another world, strangers.